But the reason why newspapers are losing is because they're not being aggressive enough in terms of chasing things. What we find with our website, people are turning to us because we'll have a Tribune story, we'll have a New York Times story, but we'll have Glenn Greenwald, we'll have Greg Palast, we'll have people you've never heard of. People in the crowd have heard of some of these people. But the point being is that we're finding the stuff that the corporate media is afraid to talk about. That's why we're getting more readers. That's why there are more outlets for news. That's why there's more interest in news. So the newspapers who do it right, who will be aggressive, they will stay in business. Those that don't, won't. But we'll have at least one newspaper in Chicago, and if the Tribune and Sun-Times want to be a part of that, they can step it up a little bit.
But wait, you don't pay for their content, right?
We actually, that's the interesting thing though. We do link to content, but here's the thing. For example, let's say we link to a Carol Marin piece, and we've linked to your piece. We love your pieces.
Thank you.
But somebody in Canada, or somebody in, we have a lot of readers in Canada who may never know who Carol Marin is, but then they discover it. So it goes back to the Sun-Times site. Now, if the advertisers, and you guys sell advertising. That's the thing about newspapers I find fascinating. You guys sell advertising on your websites. But every time you hear newspaper people talking, oh, nobody reads the ads. You sell them based on readership. Eventually, you guys will have to figure that out. Once they figure it out, I mean, radio 50 years ago, John, you could probably vouch for this. Television came along, and radio said,
I don't think he
oh
meant
my
it quite
gosh,
that way,
oh
John.
my gosh, and it said, oh my gosh, radio, we're doomed. All these shows are on television. Nobody will ever listen to radio. Radio's alive 50 years later. Why? Because they figured it out.
But I'll tell you, this is Frank Stanton, who was president of CBS.
Yes.
Back when it was making the transition, Frank thought, and I came upon this when I was in New York, he wrote a memo saying the way to deal with this decline of network radio, Jack Benny going out, everything, is to do better network programs. What Frank didn't know is that radio was evolving into a local medium.
Exactly.
And so your point is well taken, and I was there 50 years ago.
Yeah. But newspapers will figure it out, and those newspapers that do, back to Carol's point, you will get more readers. The Sun-Times will get more readers than ever would have realized. The good quality stuff will be found out there because our site, Huffington Post, Gapers Block, everybody else will go, here's the creme de la creme. And people from all around the world will find that. And they can link back to the website, to the Sun-Times website, which some advertising salesperson is saying, hey, we're getting more hits on this Carol Marin piece. Why? Because it's good.